journaling. I know that many of you share this passion with me, and that's wonderful, that's fantastic. I'm so happy because of that, because it is a passion. It becomes a passion, it becomes a part of our lives. So I started journaling when I was a kid, and during my, when I was a teenager, it was a friend, it was a therapist, it was so important for me because it was a place where I would go especially to vent, especially to write down about things that were very hard for me. So feelings of like fear, feelings like anger, lots of anger, feelings of rejection, of not being enough. I'm pretty sure you are familiar with these feelings as well at some point in your life, at least. I think all of us, we go through those moments. And for me, it was especially when I was a teenager. And later on then, when I became an adult, I started seeing my journaling practice changing into a personal development and spiritual tool. Because I think that as we become more mature, we are able to have a little bit more of clarity around things, especially relationships. Because, well, in my point of view, relationships, they are the most important thing in our lives, right? Our relationship with, I don't know, the Creator, the God, Goddess, Universe, Mother Nature, whatever you want to call it, energy. That relationship with the source. Our relationship with ourselves, and then our relationship with others and with things as well. So my focus inside my work is always in relationship. How I relate with that energy, how I relate with myself, and how I relate with others in my romantic relationship, friendship, family, in my business, in my work. It's all about relationship. Everything in our lives are just an excuse so that the relationship or relationships, they can happen. And that's where we learn a lot about ourselves, about who I want to become, who I am, and who I don't want to become, right? We learn a lot. And it feels like writing down helps us to have better relationships. Because in the end of the day, when we are in a relationship with another person, and when I say another person, as I told you, romantic partner, in a romantic relationship, family, our clients, we must be able to express ourselves, to show who we are, and to show our intentions and our feelings. The other person cannot just find out, just guess what's going on inside of us. Of course, we do have feelings, we do have energy, we do have just, the way you're looking at the other person, but words are so important in this process, being able to express. And for many of us, it is even hard to write down, to understand what we are feeling. So this is a powerful exercise. And I feel that journaling is a powerful exercise to help us to understand our values, our beliefs, our world model, the way we see life. It's so important because our thoughts, well, you know how our minds are, right? Our mind is there, and thoughts come and go, and they are mixed up with feelings, with imagination, with those are things. So writing down is a fantastic way to slow down our thoughts and to say, okay, let's be clear about the subject. Let's find some clarity for myself and then for others, because it's so often that we are going to say, oh, I don't even know what I'm feeling, I don't even know what I'm thinking. And journaling can help us to do that. In the past few years, I had many students and clients coming to me, because it's natural, because working with the muse archetype, working with feminine energy, with this idea of the feminine, it's very, of course, it's normal that other women that do the same kind of work, that work with the feminine, they would come to work with me. And they come to sessions and classes and they share feeling of, I don't know, sometimes they are, in the past few years, they feel uncomfortable. It's hard for them to share their thoughts, especially on social media. It's becoming challenging because of fear of being judged, of being criticized, of being misunderstood, fear of judgment, criticism, fear of being cancelled, right? And something that I always tell them is sit down and write every day, or as often as you want, you need, about all the principles that you share. Like, what is the divine feminine for you? What is the sacred feminine for you? Feminine energy, spirituality. What is that for you? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying stop studying and share what things are for you. No, I am an academic, I'm a huge student, I love studying, but studying is not enough. It's not enough. If you want to create something in this world, yes, we are going to learn from others, because sometimes that's the problem. People they have that illusion, oh, I have to create something out of nowhere. I have to be super creative, authentic, creating something from zero. And that's simply not true. We create something new by learning from each other, by studying and adding that knowledge to our experience, our unique experience, our unique way to look at life. Because the way we look at life, our lenses that we used to look at life, it was shaped by our experiences. And I'm sorry, but there's no two people in the world with the same experience. It doesn't matter, even siblings, it's not the same. So that's what's powerful. Being able to process what we learned through our studies, and then add our own season there, if you wish, so that we can create something new. And more important, I think that then we can find more confidence to talk about our subject, because we made that subject ours. That's part of who we are, and what we are sharing is something that belongs to us. It's something that is deeply ingrained in our being, in our way of looking at life, our feelings, our emotions, and specifically our values and beliefs. So I would say, write down every day. I think we should journal every day. I joke saying, journaling every day, my friend, it keeps the therapist away. Nothing can replace journaling. Therapy, coaching, whatever, you name it, nothing can replace it. Journaling. That moment when we are alone with our thoughts, our feelings, and I'm even going to tell you, being brave enough to write it down, to bring that to reality. I would say that the only situation, and that's important, journaling is paper and pen, paper and pencil. It's not in your computer, on your phone, iPad, no. Voice record, no. Unless you have a physical issue that doesn't allow you to write, of course, you're going to adopt any other methodology that is available for you. But if you can write, there's no choice. You should write in a journal. You should have a journal. And you should begin this practice of writing down every day. One line, because it's a muscle. I can sit down and write like 10 pages. Sometimes that happens when I have time and when something has to be processed inside of me. I can write 10, 15 pages. But that's not necessary. And that's a muscle. As I told you, I have been writing since, I can't point a moment in time when I started doing this. Since I was a kid, since I was a child. And I encourage you to do the same, to write down. Especially if you have some, especially about your spiritual practice. What are the things that you believe? Why do you believe them? Because very often we just study something, we start talking about what we studied, and then when somebody comes and they confront our idea, I don't know, we just feel insecure because it's not clear for us what that idea really means for me, for us. I hope you like this video. I hope this video inspires you to start journaling. And if you're still not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Let's stay together, like this video, then you help me to reach more souls that are just like us. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.